Hi, I'm Ini from Raki Raki. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
In this bulletin, Kishore Kumar suspended over comments. DPP wants drug money restrained. And death investigation about complete, says Human Rights.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Atera Lendua.
Facebook commentator Kishore Kumar, who had been posting lewd comments about National Federation Party MP Lenora Gernger-Tambua, has been suspended by the Education Ministry. Kumar has been confirmed to be a computer science teacher at Ratu Sukuna Memorial School. He also refers to himself as the publisher of Kishore Kumar publication on Facebook. Education Minister Rosie Akbar has confirmed to FBC News that Kumar has been suspended pending investigation. Over the past few weeks, Kumar has made numerous posts alleging that he has in his possession a pornographic video of Gerger-Tambua. In one post, he claimed to be writing to the Speaker of the House, Ratuepeli Nailatikau, to complain about the NFP MP. FBC News visited Kumar's Facebook page yesterday evening and can confirm that the videos and posts relating to Gerger-Tambua have now been removed. Meanwhile, Permanent Secretary for Education Susan Karen says they will not be making any further comments on the matter. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions is seeking a restraining order on over $75,000 belonging to a man involved in the drug trade. 60-year-old Talit Rahman from Suva is currently serving a 16-year sentence in New Zealand for importing Class A drug. Rahman imported methamphetamine from Mexico and New Zealand, which was identified in the covert investigation known as Operation Nova last year. His son, Joshua Aziz Rahman, was also arrested last year after a raid at his Naumbati home where police discovered the bars of white powder. He is currently in remand awaiting trial. The ODPP wants to restrain $75,101, which is in Talit Rahman's bank account, saying that this money is from the proceeds of crime. Rahman's lawyer, however, objected to this, saying the money is not tainted, but is from the sale of estates. The matter has been adjourned to November 24th. The Fiji Human Rights and Anti-Discrimination Commission will soon conclude its investigation into the death of Mesake Sinu. Sinu, a suspect in an aggravated robbery, was allegedly assaulted by a group of police officers earlier this month in Nandi. Human Rights Director Ashwin Raj says they will be handing over their report to the police soon.
I have every confidence in our criminal justice system that it will operate transparently and hold those responsible for this heinous act of violence to account.
Police had said an internal investigation is underway into the death of Sinu. It was earlier reported he died after he jumped from a double-story building in a botched robbery attempt. However, the post-mortem examination conducted ruled out the claims that Sinu's death was caused by any such jump. As the cyclone season approaches, the Pacific Disability Forum is highlighting the importance of including persons with disabilities in natural disaster planning. The forum has called on governments and agencies to effectively include those with disabilities in every humanitarian action, especially in the course of natural disasters. Climate Change Coordinator Saini Militawake says there are a lot of challenges faced by persons with disabilities during the preparedness, response and recovery period. She adds these individuals find themselves isolated as most services are not made to cater for their needs.
Given if structures are in place to allow them to participate effectively rather than, sort of isolate them where they're unable to receive support or even provide support when needed.
Thousands of market vendors across Fiji will be able to continue selling their produce while practicing social distancing. Local Government Minister Pamela Kumar yesterday received 104 tents from UN Women. The tents are part of an ongoing COVID-19 response partnership between the ministry and the UN Women Fiji Markets for Change project. Kumar says it is important to ensure markets are safe and accessible not only to market vendors but also the public. There are 8,000 market vendors in Fiji, of whom 3,000 are farmers. Kumar says these farmers normally come to the market on Friday and Saturday and have to endure extreme weather to sell their produce.
What they need is shelter. They need shelter just to sell their produce, but also to protect their produce. And this shelter will be good for the consumers who come down to buy this produce, because if it's sold in open, obviously the consumers will not prefer buying from outside in open area. When it rains, they get wet, and the farmers will lose out.
The assistance was made possible through the support of the Australian government and governments of Canada and New Zealand. The tents will be distributed to all municipal councils. Up ahead, discipline a worry for Naita Siri. And women's IDC starts tomorrow.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.
The new management of the Fiji Volleyball Federation plans to spend as much time as possible with the affiliated clubs, associations and players. President Linga Ngukisuva says they're excited about the new club championships that starts this week. He adds that Western and Northern clubs will not be left out, as they'll be bringing the tournament to them. Ngukisuva believes the increase in affiliated associations is a positive step.
Our season starts in October to July every year. Next week we are hosting the club championship for Central, which will be in Suva at the Sports Council. The week after, we're hosting it here in the West, either in Nandi or Lotoka, depending on the number of teams that take part. And the week after that, we're having it in Lambasa.
Fitness is not an issue for Naita Siri and the Skipper Cup. This has been revealed by the head coach, Ilaitia Tuisese. However, he says discipline is still a major worry. The Highlanders copped 3 yellow cards against Tailevu on the weekend in their 1924 loss, which was disappointing. Naita Siri will take on Yasawa this weekend in the final round of the Skipper Cup.
It's always a headache for the coaches to get the players' mindset right. At that time, it depends on how they handle the pressure. So for us, discipline is an issue. To get our game right, we need to stick to our game plan and work hard. Fitness is there, but you just get carried away.
The stage is set for the 2020 Vodafone Women's Inter-District Championship that begins tomorrow at ANZ Stadium in Suva. 8 teams will be competing for one of the prestigious titles in women's football. Fiji FA Chief Executive Mohammed Yusuf says all teams will be coming in prepared for the 5-day tournament.
We are investing close to $30,000 on these girls for this facility hire, providing the teams with accommodation, meals, transport, so they're getting everything they need. They just need to perform well. We have had very good reports of the team's training. Preparation has been very, very good.
The IDC tournament had been scheduled for earlier this month, but had to be postponed due to the adverse weather conditions. Expect a mixture of cloud and sun, along with scattered brief showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Elsewhere, find apart from possible isolated afternoon or evening showers. That's FBC News Now. Join us again at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. You need news you can trust. Get the facts from FBC's TV, radio and digital news at fbcnews.com.fj, keeping Fijians connected with the truth. Enjoy your lunch.
I'm from Lotoka and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.